Yo, I just want to do a quick recap because I just took a trade. So let's do this real quick. Um, yeah. Also, I told myself, or I said I wasn't gonna trade the rest of this week. I did not keep my promise. Obviously, I traded today and I traded yesterday, but both were profitable, so we're good. Actually, do I have my alpha futures? Do I have this? Oh, I do. Okay, fire. Fire. Okay. Analysis, can you see that? Oh, no, you can't see today, but yesterday I made $144. Today I made 300 and something, so that puts me at, it should update. No, it does not update. There it is. $472 in profit. And that's not a lot. And I'm very pissed off about the fact that that's not a lot because that was meant to be more. It literally was meant to be more. However, let's get into today. We had a pretty good setup, in my opinion. So this really looks really choppy on the high time frame. Let's go on the 30-minute. So what we can see right here is we got Asia session from here to here, then we got London session from here to here, and from this point it's what do you call it? It's New York pre-session. Yes. So this is New York pre-session, and then session open at 15:30. I wasn't allowed to trade during news. I just found out actually. I was almost about to like break my whole account and eliminate all possibility of me being able to get a payout because you're not allowed to trade 2 minutes prior to and 2 minutes after high impact news. And today, today we had a whole bunch of high impact news. As you can see, all the red stuff that is bad for me, at least trading on a funded account, because then they will literally just say you're not going to get a payout, and that kind of sucks. So back to the chart though, we can obviously see right here we have those lows from, I think that's even previous day if I'm not mistaken. That should be previous day. Yeah, those are previous day lows. And then we have previous day highs right here. And same thing on NQ, right? So basically, we had a pretty, like, I mean, NQ moved a lot deeper than ES. Or was it ES? No, NQ moved a lot deeper. So we have those two lows right here. You can orient yourself from those. This was already swept prior by those lows right here. And then we have this big, just no man's land. And then we have those lows down here. Right here. Those are the two lows. This is the same as this right here. And then we have swept this, which was already swept on this one by those lows right here. So we swept that, and then that's kind of where we just started picking back up. I was not sure, to be honest, what was going to happen today because I don't know, it just looked like we're not reacting to any of those liquidity sweeps whatsoever. We had like a as you can see, we had a minor retrace from those. Like we kind of like bounced a little bit back up, but that was like, to me, bro, we gotta have like a big retrace from sweeping out this pretty major liquidity. And then we swept out this, and I was looking for either a continuation to the downside to go short or a reversal to the upside to go long. And obviously we had the reversal to the upside. We had this imbalance right here, which I was not allowed to take a trade off of, because at, as you can see right here, at 3:45, which is 15:45 in my time, so right here, there was news. And so on this candle and on this candle, I was not allowed to take a trade. And the only time that I would have taken a trade is if we break structure above this high and get a retrace, and then break structure above that retrace. So that's kind of what I was looking for. We did sweep out this, then we had this, then we had that. I wasn't able to take a trade off of that because news, and I don't want to get banned. So what happened here is we had a break of structure above it, a reaction to that break, and we took out the liquidity or whatever. And then we had an internal break of structure over here. That's, that happened. We had this high right here. We broke structure, closed above it, and that was my entry. Because on the 5-minute time frame, you can see we went into equilibrium, and not only into equilibrium, we had a fair value gap right here. Can I? Yes, thank you. It's small but significant. So we retrace into this fair value gap in equilibrium. Perfect opportunity to take longs if we get a break out of this, which we did get at this point. So that's the point where I would have placed my trade. And this is where everything kind of started to go wrong, because as you can see, I made, I don't know where I would see that. I'm not connected to my broker on my computer right now, but I made about like 300 and something, which for a trade like this, is not a lot. And I was expecting to make a lot more. The problem is, TradingView is absolute garbage. Bro, I don't understand how you're supposed to place trades on this software. It is so inconvenient and it's so annoying, and I don't understand it whatsoever. Let me actually connect my broker so that I can show you. Brother, why does it have to be this hard all the time? Okay, let me log into my thing. I obviously don't want to share my login credentials for my funded account. So yeah, now we're logged in though. So what happened here, you can already see this shit, right? It's so annoying. So let's say you want to place a trade, right? But the problem is, if you want to place a market trade like this, holy shit, it shows you stop loss and take profit now? Bro, I swear on my phone it doesn't do that. I swear on my phone it doesn't do that. Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, whoa, what the fuck? Okay, so on my phone there was no TP and SL button right here. So I have to do a limit order. And if you don't know what a limit order does, it basically triggers as soon as price moves into this line. If price crosses this line, either from I don't, doesn't matter from if it's from above or below, I don't know. But as soon as price goes to this line, we buy a position, right? So we go into the trade. This is inconvenient because I don't want to place the trade. Let's say we're in this candle right now, and this candle is still moving up and down and whatever. And I want to place the trade as soon as this candle closes above this line. If we just dip above and then go straight back down, we didn't close above it. I can't enter the trade. So if I just say, okay, I'm going to put a limit order on this line so that when price goes above it, I go in, that's wrong, because price could just go up and go back down and close underneath, and we don't have a break of structure. So what I need to do is I need to wait for price to close above this line in order to place the trade. Now we have closed above the line. If I just put my limit order right here and we're over here, I can't go into that trade. I have to hope and pray that the price goes back down to fill this order so that we can go back up. That is the most inconvenient bullshit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Trade Locker is so much more convenient when you want to place trades. And I don't understand TradingView, because on TradingView, on mobile, you don't have this TP and stop loss button. I'm seeing this for the first time in my life right now. Long story short, what happened is I wanted to place the trade. My stop loss was down here, and my take profit was, I actually had multiple take profits. I was going to split this position into 3 parts, right? I wanted to do 4, 3, 3, so that in total I will have a stop loss of $500. So my first take profit would have been above this line. My second take profit would have been above this thing, which is like a little bit, no, I'm lying, would have been right here, because that's like a convenient place. Like, I don't know, just that's where my second one would have been, and my third one would have been up here. That would have been my third take profit. Now, what happened is I managed to do one limit order, right? I managed to do one, because on mobile, you don't have this convenient thing on the side where you can just click things and you can just, change it around. On mobile, when you click on this is your entire screen. You only see, bro, my face cam is kind of like the way, isn't it? You only see this. This is your entire screen. It's all black. And so you have to close this first, and then you have to draw your stop loss and your take profit and whatever. And then you're going to have to do your position size, and then you can enter into a trade. You have to do that 3 times if you want to do 3 take profits and 3 stop losses. I only managed to do it once, because as soon as price closed above this, we started skyrocketing up. So I'm not going to enter a trade right here. I want to enter a trade right here, right? I don't want to go here, because that's like, what am I going to make? $20 to risk like 500 on 1/3 of the trade? That is not convenient. So what happened? I only entered into a singular trade, which was 4 units in size. So it kind of looked a little bit like this, because I had slippage. Something like that. And then my stop loss was down here. And my take profit, I did my second take profit because I was kind of skeptical. Because I imagine price just shot up right now and went into my take profit. That would be so cool. And I was actually just about, like, I was editing this stop loss, this take profit. I was editing the take profit, and I was just setting it over here because, what if price just shoots up suddenly, and then, that would be so funny if my take profit just got hit before I wait so that I can enter more positions once we get back down here, which I know it's not convenient. That's not the way you're supposed to do it, but you can't do it the way that you're supposed to do it, because TradingView is absolute garbage. So guess what happened? As soon as we closed this candle, boom! Brother, I am not kidding. This happened within like a split second. I don't even know if I can go, how deep I can go. Bro, I can't even go this deep into this. On Trade Locker, I'm allowed to do that though. So I'm going to log into Trade Locker just for the sake of showing you how crazy this candle was. Brother, you're, oh, dude. I can't do this. I can't do this, bro. I'm breathing pretty heavily right now. Sorry about that. Okay, so ignore my $4 balance right here. That was on, it doesn't really matter what it was on, but it was on S&P, so we're gonna switch to S&P. Okay, so this candle was so incredibly fast. Oh, this is the 30-minute time frame, by the way. Let me go on the 15-second time frame, okay? Can you spot it? Can you spot the, guess where it was? Let's go on the 1 second time frame. Guess where it shot up, okay? Say stop, right? Oh, what's that? Oh, it's almost like half of the fucking daily move just happened within like 2 seconds, bro. That is so convenient for me because my stop loss wasn't up here. It was right there. I made about $300 and something on this. And it's annoying because that's a third of my position. And the reason why I only hit a third of my position is not because I'm a bad trader, not because I have bad risk management, not because, I don't know, I'm unlucky. It's not even that. It's that TradingView is just objectively garbage, bro. It's so garbage on mobile. I'm so annoyed with this because I could have made so much more money. Like, bro, my position would have been like 11 or 10. Even right here, it's 1.4 grand. No, that would actually be my final take profit. So I wouldn't make that much because it's split into 3 positions. But you can see about how much money I would have made in like 5 seconds of price movement. And I would have made that if TradingView wasn't so garbage, bro. And I'm so annoyed with that. But it's whatever. I made money. How could I complain? I could have literally lost money today and I would have been, I don't know if I would have been devastated, but I don't know. So I should be grateful. You know, this was a good setup. I'm grateful for what happened. But TradingView is just so annoying, bro. I don't know how they intend you to use their software properly on mobile. I don't know, bro. But regardless, that's my trading day today. That was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little trading recap. Okay, I guess if Monday is a good trading day, I'll trade Monday. So let's see what happens on Monday. I wasn't gonna trade this week anyway, so the $400 and some that I made this week, it's like nice to have, I guess. It's whatever. But the thing is, if I want to have a $1,500 payout, I have to make 3 grand because they only let you take out half of your total profit. So not only do I have to be consistent over the span of 5 days, I also need to make enough money to the point where I can do the max payout of 1.5 grand. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I didn't know this until like a few days ago. Yeah, it's just rules, bro. But literally, how can I be annoyed about this if I paid less than $100 for this funded account? I'm literally making a 5x return if I withdraw $500. So I'm not complaining. I'm very happy with today, even though today was generally just a fever dream, but I'm happy and I'm looking forward to Monday. Monday is going to be really interesting. I'm excited for next week generally. So see you then. Bye bye.